So, a quick recap on the various league matches that we had this week. And I first like to highlight how it seems like the more game goes, it feels like Arsenal have literally are going to win the league, or they might actually win the league. Because I remember saying the other day how Chelsea Man City was going to be a difficult game, and it turned out to be a very difficult game for Man City, which they drew. So they drawing that has probably giving Arsenal a better chance of winning the league because they extend their lead up front. But obviously, Arsenal still have a lot of difficult games to come. But still, the way it is right now, it feels like they are in a better state to maybe win the league for the first time in a long time. And Aston Villa is also in there trying to push for a title. Aston Villa winning the league, if that happens, will be like the time Leicester won the league, which is something no one expected. Or prior to the season, no one was giving Aston Villa a chance. And considering the fact that Aston Villa didn't really start the season very well, and they've gone on like the last 10 games, winning I think like 9 games and losing one, which was that blemish against Arsenal, which to me is still like the big favorite in the league. It's going to be a very difficult one. And to talk about the brothers, Chelsea, Arsenal, I say sorry, Chelsea, Manchester United. They just keep dropping points at every opportunity they get, especially Manchester United, because we had a chance in which we could close up on the top four with a win against Leeds United, and Leeds, which are literally called the Yorkshire Derby County. And they failed on that because they couldn't. They managed to scrape out a draw against Leeds United, and I get the whole idea. It's a rivalry, and sometimes those games are literally very difficult to win. But still, to me, I felt like United should have won that because Leeds literally haven't won a game against United in forever. You get so you should win something like that, like, and just be in the top four now. Because look at Liverpool. Liverpool drew against Fulham. The goal by Reed, that was crazy goal, 9 minutes goal. So like people ahead of you are literally dropping points. You should be gaining points. You should be winning to actually be able to top four, Champions League, hopefully Champions League, Europa football. But when you keep losing, when your opponents are also losing, when you keep drawing, when your opponents are drawing, how are you going to make it? How are you going to be competitive in that sense? So there's a whole lot of issue with United and with Amorim's presses, his press conferences, what he's saying. There's just a big issue there. But well, I don't want to dig deep or delve into that at this present moment. But I just feel like United have literally have to start winning more games at this present moment because it's getting towards a crucial moment. You have to start winning more games. And let's go down to Wolves. Wolves won their first game of the season. Is it their first game? Yeah, I think that's their first win of the season against West Ham. It's just crazy down there. But yeah, so that's just like a whole recap of how the teams went. We all know Spurs is always flattering. But they drew against Sunderland. Again, those teams in and around that top 5, top 6, top 7, which Manchester United, Chelsea, and Sunderland are around that area. They keep dropping points against those teams, which they shouldn't do on a normal level. But yeah, that's just about it. Thank you, and like and subscribe.